Good morning, good afternoon, good evening internet, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Economical Rides. Hi there, so you join me today. This will be Norman's third trail. Oh look, we have some dirt bike bros coming, that's good. Yeah, so this will be Norman's third trail, and this is actually in that first trail that we did. This is the road we took off to the right, which took us past that house and down towards the church, which is over there. So today we're going to actually go where those dusty boys have just gone. We're going to take this left fork, because I've looked on the map and actually this left fork, in a convoluted way, does bring you to a village, and it's a village I've never heard of, never been to before. I imagine it's quite a remote village, so I thought we'll follow this trail and we'll try and arrive at this village. Now I think this is going to be a long trail. I think it could be an hour, so I think we'll probably make this a two-part video. But anyway, let's go. So today we're not going to take that fork which we took last time. We're going to take this fork, and we'll make a two-part video out of it. So it's not the greatest of days, as you can see. There are showers about. I did get slightly wet coming over, so if we do get caught in a shower, you are likely to get frequently wiped, so look forward to that. I'm sure you will. Yeah, so we can kind of head off. It's quite interesting actually. We had a lot of rain last night. For the first time this year we've had some decent rain, so it has affected the trails a bit. I think they're a little bit more compacted now, a bit less loose on the top, because everything was very dry obviously up until now. So yeah, I think it will be interesting to see how the surface has changed. And before we set off, I'll just show you a little mod I've actually done. I've actually got Norman a side stand foot extender, because I was never happy with when he was on the side stand on the dirt and the gravel. He always seemed a little bit sketchily leant over. Didn't inspire me with confidence, so I've got that. I think that helps a little bit. Right, so anyway, enough chatting. That was a 2-minute intro. Nice one, Gary. Top job. Yeah, let's go. And as I said, this will be a two-parter, I think, because I need to give Norman a rest as well. Halfway down to cool off, so we'll do a two-parter out of this one. Hopefully we won't get caught in the rain, but if we do, we'll just have to deal with it. So let's go. So hopefully we won't encounter those dirt bike boys again, because I don't really want to be eating their dust, particularly as I'm trying to film the trail. So they're far enough away now. Hopefully if they don't turn back and come back the same way, we won't be seeing them again. So again, I've no idea what this trail's going to be like. It's all part of the fun. We'll just tackle it and see if we get through it okay. See, at my sedate pace, you see, I don't kick up dust when I go down the trail. I think that's very polite of me. Oh, and we are getting drops of rain again, so there might have to be some wiping going on, I'm afraid. So brace to be wiped. So as you'll no doubt know by now, Norman has had his first service. Oh, it's very sandy. Yeah, Norman's had his first service. We got my USB port fitted, which is just here. So now I've got the bike that I wanted. I've got the USB port, but I've also got the additional tripper, which I wasn't expecting, but as it's a 2022 bike apparently, I have a tripper as well. So not that it's much use to me here on the trails, but I do have it. So this is new territory for us here, and I believe we have to take this right hand turn, so let's do that. Alright, yeah, so anyway, we had the first service done, and I got a little bit of an anecdote for you. The mechanic, when they'd finished, when I picked the bike up, he said, "Had you let the air out of that front tyre for off-roading?" I'm going to have to take this tree with me. Right, there we go. He said, "It was ever so soft." And I went, "No, I haven't." And I said, "The tyre wasn't soft because I always check the tyres before I leave home. I've got a little compressor in the garage, so I always check the tyres every single time I go out." So I found it highly odd that he would say that the tyres was, the front tyre was soft. He said the rear was okay, the front was soft, and I thought, that sounds a bit improbable. So anyway, I thought fair enough. So I set off home. Oh, let's have a quick look over here. This looks quite picturesque. So let's go and check out this view. I'll get back to my first service story in a moment, don't worry. Looks a bit dark and rainy over there. This is where we've come from. And there's the wind farm. Right, jolly good. Nice little spot. Some rocks to sit on. Could have a nice picnic here. Right then. Do you need wiping? There you go, have a wipe. Nice one. Right, continue. So yeah, so the mechanic had said, "Oh yeah, that front tyre was well low, but don't worry, I've put some air in it for you, it's all good, but just keep an eye on it." So when I got home, I got my tyre pressure gauge out and my compressor, and I checked the rear tyre. The rear tyre is supposed to be 34 and it was 36, so I thought, oh well, that's near enough. And the front tyre is supposed to be 27. Now all the way home from the Royal Enfield dealer in the mountains, the bike felt as sketchy as F. Every time I leant the bike into a corner, it just felt like the front tyre was not gripping the road at all, just skipping across the surface. And anyway, when I got home, the front tyre is supposed to have 27 psi. It only had 47 psi. 47 psi! It was like a bloody beach ball. So, yeah, that explained why the handling was a bit sketchy. So I let the 20 psi out of it, and then everything felt normal again. So there you go, watch out, those little buggers, those mechanics, they do like overinflating tyres. You've got to keep an eye on them, that's all I'm saying, you've got to keep an eye on them. I've noticed the same thing with my car actually. Every time my car goes in for service, I get it back and the tyres are pumped up way hard. Something to be aware of. Well, this is quite nice, isn't it? Actually, it's quite good that it's sort of a bit soggy and overcast today, because at least I'm not feeling too warm. You know, I'm not kind of hot at all, so that's makes quite a nice change. Have a quick look at the old scenery. I'm doing a sitting down so far, I noticed, because I'm feeling lazy. But I'm sure there'll be opportunities for standing up later on. A few more drops of rain. Yeah, I think once we've done about 20 minutes to half an hour, we should be stopping, giving Norman another heat cycle and myself a drink, and I think that'll probably be where we'll end part 1. And then in part 2 you can join me, this is very sandy again, part 2 you can join me for the run to this mysterious village, hopefully. Looks like we're heading away from the darker sky, so that's a positive. This is alright, this isn't too bad at all so far. Well, apart from the sort of deep sandy bits, they're a bit scary, but otherwise, not too bad. Now, I believe I have to turn right again somewhere down here, according to my perusal of the map before I left home. But if I get confused, I'll obviously have to stop and look on my phone, but basically I had to take the first right and the second right. So we're definitely in the first gear chug, because it's all downhill today by the look of it, which is a bit tedious, and I'm always on the brakes, so it's not great fun, but it'll do. There we go. Just wondering if you need a wipe. Here you go, have a wipe. There you go. Right. I think I have to go down there. Yep. That's what I'm saying, because that other one's got a chain across it, which isn't across it, but it's got a pole for a chain, so I think that might be private property. So we'll go down here. Oh no, the heavy rain's coming. Is that hailstones? Go away. Goodness me, this is getting well exciting. This is more excitement than we know what to do with. So yeah, I think the old foot extender is probably doing a job actually. Yeah, this is hail. Lovely. How about that? Because I am able to park on dirt a little bit easier now, I think. Well, judging by the clouds, this is only going to be a brief shower, so we'll soldier on through. Give you a quick wipe. There you go. Are you feeling wiped? Good. Most unusual to see me out in inclement weather, I know, but that's one of the advantages of having Norman. I don't mind riding Norman in all weathers. I still haven't washed him, by the way, since I had him. He's still in his original state. I am contemplating washing him after this ride, but I'm not going to commit to it just yet. Yeah. If you can, I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it doesn't look like sand, but it dang well is. It's like very loose. You can see how deep it gets. Sort of like a grey sand. So it's a bit sneaky. if you hit a deep patch, things get interesting rather quickly. I'm riding in the rain, just riding in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm normal again. It's raining properly. Wait. Shall I hide under this tree for a bit? What do we think? It's pretty good here, isn't it? Awesome. No, I say we carry on. I'm getting the hang of wiping you, so let's just carry on. Wipe, wipe. Your wind's getting up as well. Still, the hailstones have stopped. It's just like normal rain now. I think those dirt bike boys have been down here looking at those tracks. They look fresh and narrow tyres, so yeah, I think the dirt bike boys came down here. Stones. Oh yeah, you can see they've had the rear tyre lit up through here. Well, this is proper adventure, I guess, really, isn't it? Less than perfect weather and a sandy and unknown trail. Right, so we're coming up to 20 minutes, so I'll start to look for somewhere to stop and give Norman and myself a little break, and I'll end part 1 in a moment. Oh yeah, that is deep sandy, grey sandy muck. That's interesting. Right, I think this will do because I need somewhere flat to be able to stop. So, thank you very much for watching. This was part 1. Now I'm going to take a little break and then we'll continue in part 2 down this hill, down this trail, and hopefully at the bottom of that trail there'll be a village. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me get wet. Hope you enjoyed the wiping. There you go. Is that nice? Wiping. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you in part 2, and give me the old thumbs up, likey if you found this video mildly interesting, and subscribe if you haven't already. Part 2 will be coming out next week because I do a video per week, as you know, most of you know. Sometimes I do 2, but don't get carried away. It's not too easy to do all these videos. Sometimes I do 2, but it's quite rare these days. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in part 2. Bye bye. Oh, there will be a sausage, by the way. Ruby gets 2 sausages. If I do a 2-part video, there are 2 sausages. So don't worry, over to Ruby eating a sausage. Bye bye. Oh, oh, that wasn't great. So Ruby, have you been a good girl for Daddy? Did you look after the house for Daddy? Stop getting closer and closer to the camera. Right, time for sausages. These sausages are from Arthur and Corrado. Good girl sausages from Arthur. He's that little rascal of a Jack Russell who destroys things. And Corrado, his dad. Ruby. Sausages. You keep getting too close to the camera. It's not good. Nice one. Thanks, Arthur. Thanks, Corrado. Nice sausage.